Eastern Conference Finals. Game 4 from Martinsville. Who's going to win Game 4? It's the Franklin Grizzly Cubs taking on the Monrovia Bulldogs. Franklin, they lost the lead late last night and lost. And Monrovia looking to win Game 4. We welcome you to Martinsville, the Centerbrook Court, to start Franklin Monrovia on a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday afternoon basketball. Who's going to win here tonight? Will we see the Grizzly Cubs take the victory, or will the Bulldogs finally find a way to get the W? Here we go from Martinsville. Nick Green, Chase Wofford not playing. How about Quentin Sheff? He is playing here tonight for the Grizzly Cubs. It's got, and it's a dunk by Brandon Newman to start the game. East, back over to Ian Scott. Ian Scott back to Chalet. Chalet's bucket is blocked for 3. And what a start. Bryce Weaver for 3. East. Back over. Here's Scott. Back to Chalet. His shot is good. It's 5-2. And Monrovia. Great start here tonight. Here's Hayden Herbeck. Quentin Sheff there. Quentin Sheff for 2. Hayden Herbeck for 2. Here is Chalet. Sheff. His pass is stolen by Ken Catchings. Seth Stira for 2. And Monrovia off to a fast start here in this one. Chalet, pass half court. Does not drain it. I don't know why he did that. Catchings with it. Back to Newman. Back to Weaver. Weaver getting covered by Chalet. Timeout. Franklin. Bryce Weaver for 2. And it's 11-2 after 1. In the first quarter, Franklin down by a whole lot. Man, I don't know what is going on here. And it looks like that Isaac Stead looks like that he's coming into the game. Same as Logan Fayers as well. It also looks like that Cohen Vanderbush will make his return. Cohen Vanderbush is now on the court for Franklin. Here's Fayers. Back to Stead. Stead. Pass half court for 3. No good. Newman with the rebound. Caden Romine for 3. Romine for 3. Stead. Half court again. No good. Seth Serra there. Romine for 3. He drains it. And Monrovia. Fast start here. Great start here in this one. Here's Ian Scott. Back to Vanderbush. Back to Fayers. He steps out of bounds. Fayers steps out of bounds. And it is Monrovia ball. Monrovia will have the ball. Sarah back to Romine. Back to Weaver. Noah Hessong for 3. Horrible start here in this one. Sid front pass half court. No good. And it's recovered by Weaver. For 2, it's Mike Irwin. It's a 20-point lead to start the game. in the Monrovia Bulldogs. Where did this come from? Jackson, I don't know what is happening. Back to Vanderbush. Bears tries to score. Couldn't. He goes back out of bounds. John Carnes is seemingly upset right now. Sierra back to Romine. Here's Ted. Knocks the ball out of Romine's hands, but it goes back out of bounds. Carnes is mad. John Carnes is mad. This is the first time Franklin has been like this all season. Romine dunks it in, and he will knock him over as well. Look at, here comes Ted. Stead, back to Fairs. Back to Stead. Stead for two. Romine, no good. At the end of one, it is 24-4. Monrovia, great start to this one. And Franklin, they need a miracle if they want to win this. What is happening to Franklin? It is 24-4 here from Monrovia, here in Martinsville. Franklin down by 20. Here's Vanderbush. Back to Stead. Jackson there. Jackson dumps it in. And there's the first dunk for Eli Jackson. And here's Romine. He has the ball. Here is Stead. Stead there knocks the ball loose. From almost half court. And it was almost taken back away. Oh! Hayden Herbeck is out. And that's huge for Monrovia. Romine. Romine there. Here's Stead. And his pass is stolen by Monrovia. Here is Romine. Back to Sierra. Sierra for three. And it's already 30-6. Eli Jackson still good from three. No good from there. Here is Weaver. Weaver. No good. And it's rebounded. And here comes Stead. From half court. No good. And it's rebounded by Vanderbush. He throws it, and it goes off of Weaver's head, and Pat Green is smiling. Nick Green, Eli Jackson leading the playoffs in points. Second and third, but Green is not playing. He is out. Half-court shot from Jackson. No good, and it almost went in. Here's Bryce Weaver. Fairs knocks the ball loose, but Weaver will get it back. Noah Hessong for three. Hessong for three. Here's Vanderbush. Back to Stead. Back to Fairs. Back to Scott. To Jackson. Jackson's shot is good. They have officially scored 4 points in the first. They have officially scored 8 points in this first half. Here's Romine. Great defense by the great defense there by Logan Fairs. Fairs with the block. And coming in for the Bulldogs, Hayden Herbeck. He is injured, but is still in. Jackson with the block. That's on back to Romine. Jackson there. Herbeck for three. Hayden Herbeck for three. For three, it's no good. Newman with the rebound. Here is Herbeck. And the lob is no good. Here's Fairs. From half court. No good. Way off target. Here's Noah Hassan. Caden Romine drains it for 3. Full court shot maybe, no good. Hessong, there. He would dunk it in. He slams it in. From half court. It's no good. Herbeck with the rebound. Back to Hessong. Hessong looking. And it is good. 8-43. At the end of the first half, the Franklin crowd is not loving it. 43-8 after the first half. It says Plainfield, Martinsville all over again. Franklin on the verge of having to play 2 more games. Having to play 1 more game here. Monrovia has a 43-8 lead. Franklin has not done well. And it's been all Monrovia here tonight. The defense for Franklin has also sucked. Franklin trying to come back and win it. It will take a while though. Franklin down. Franklin not looking to be tied in the series. Here we go. And that will do it for the halftime report. Eli Jackson looking to lead the Bulldogs on a crazy comeback. 43-8. If the Bulldogs lose, this would be the biggest upset. That would be the biggest choke, the biggest lead blow in NBA IHSA history. Fairs back to Said. Back to Vanderbush. Back to Scott. Back to Jackson. Eli Jackson finally. It's good for 3. Here's Herbeck. Herbeck has it. Here's Said. Said covering Herbeck. Herbeck was a bit slow. Weaver. Weaver for 2. It's still a huge lead. 45-11. Said. Back to Vanderbush. Back to Ian Scott. Scott for 2. Franklin. I don't know what it is, but it seems like that John Carnes has lit the flame. Newman in for 2. I think Carnes has lit the flame on this offense for Franklin. Here is Cohen Vanderbush for 3. Cohen Vanderbush for 3. Here's Herbeck. Herbeck there. And the shot goes in. Jackson. Back to Vanderbush. Back to Scott. Ian Scott for 3. Franklin's still down by 30. Here's Hayden Herbeck. Said there. Steph Zera for 2. It's still a huge lead. Fairs. His pass is stolen. Bryce Weaver for 3. Fairs threw it, but it was Monrovia that got it. Bad game all around for Franklin. Logan Fairs for 3. Here's Herbeck. Said there. Oh, Said makes him lose it. And the shot is blocked. Franklin will get the ball back. We are probably in for a treat. As if Franklin keeps on doing this, in the fourth quarter, Franklin may come back and win. If you remember, they ended the half with 8 points. Jackson for 3. They are coming back just a bit. Here's Herbeck. Irwin. There. Bryce Weaver for 3. Bryce Weaver. When in doubt, give the ball to Bryce Weaver. Fairs. Back to Stead. Isaac Stead for 3. Will he be able to silence the crowd here tonight? Here's Stead. Here's Herbeck. Syrup in for 2. Monrovia kind of forcing Franklin to score 90 points here today. Scott almost loses it. Hands the ball back off. Back to Stead. Back to Scott. Back to Jackson. Eli Jackson, the 3. No good. Mike Irwin with the rebound. Irwin's shot no good. And it's 59-28 at the end of 3. Plainfield. Franklin, they still have a large lead. They still have to come back and win from a large lead. They brought it down just a bit. They scored over 20 points in the game, which is surprising. But now here we go. Back for more after this. Welcome back to Martinsville. We are back at the Centerbrook court. Look at this assist. Newman right out of the gate dunks it in. Yeah, what a game we are seeing. Bryce Weaver is good. Catchings back to Herbeck. Here's Stead. Stead there, Herbeck. Hayden, Herbeck. Oh, the 2 is no good. But I think that was Hessong that dunks it in. No. That was Savai Grover. 61-28. Vanderbush for 3. Franklin trying to silence the crowd here tonight. Here's Weaver. The lob is taken away. And here is the comeback. And Scott for 2. And Monrovia now has to face a Franklin with confidence. Another ball stolen. Stead for 3. Isaac Stead maybe leading this Grizzly Cup team to a win. I don't know. Herbeck there. Here's Isaac Stead. Knocks the ball loose again. And he will bring it in with the layup. Silencing the crowd. Is Monrovia feeling the pressure? They probably are. Ian Scott. Oh, the dunk. Oh, the dunk. The dunk is no good. Here is Monrovia. They lose the ball, but Monrovia will get the ball back. Great game from Martinsville. 61-38 here tonight. Who is winning it? Franklin on the comeback. Here's Mike Irwin. Brandon Newman with his second dunk of the game. Here's Stead. Back to Jackson. Eli Jackson for 3. That is exactly what they needed. They are about to be down by 20. Weaver. Oh, the ball was knocked loose. Fairs for 3. 19-point game in Martinsville. Stead there. Here is Romine. Romine for 2. Monrovia trying their best, trying to win this. Scott back to Stead. Back to Jackson. Jackson backs up. Looking for 2. He makes it. I think he was really trying to go for 3. Here's Stead. Romine. Cannon Catchings for 3. Welcome to the scorebook, Cannon Catchings. Said, back to Jackson. Eli Jackson, the 3 is no good. Newman rebound. Vanderbush covering. Romine. In with the block, it's Fairs. Romine with rebound. It's 70-46. Franklin trying their best to come back and win this. Here's Vanderbush. Back to Stead. Isaac Stead drains the 3. Monrovia trying not to lose this game. Romine for 2. Here's Stead. Back to Fairs. Back to Jackson. Back to Scott. Ian Scott for 3. He drains it. It's a 20-point game. Here comes Stead. Stead grabs the ball. Scott with it. Back to Stead. Catchings steals it. Weaver for 3. Man, Bryce Weaver cannot be stopped. Here's Stead. Back to Fairs. Fairs for 3. You can tell Franklin trying to close the gap. Here is Stead. Vanderbush with the block, but Irwin still puts it in. Here's Stead. Back to Jackson. Eli Jackson for 3. Hey, Bulldogs, here comes the Grizzly Cubs. Romine there. Here is Stead. Oh, Stead knocks the ball loose. Romine having a trouble handling it. Newman for 2. Jackson. Back to Stead. Stead for 3. He drains it. Franklin inching closer and closer to that lead. Romine back to Newman. Heavy pressure. Mike Irwin for 2. Here's Stead. Back to Jackson. Eli Jackson for 3. What a shot that was by Eli Jackson. Stead almost steals it. Vanderbush back there. Here's Catchings. Mike Irwin. Romine for 2. Franklin can't catch a break right now. Their defense is just too bad. Vanderbush for 3. Dude, they are silencing the crowd. Here's Stead. Knocks the ball loose. They get it back. Stead for 3. It's a 13-point game here in Martinsville. Stead there. Backcourt violation, and that is huge. Romine steps back court. Franklin will get the ball. Jackson back to Stead. Isaac Stead for 3. He drains it. It's a 10-point game. If I remind you, if you're now joining us, if you think this was a close game, it was not. About that 3. Drains it, timeout Franklin. If you thought it was a close game at the beginning, it was not. At halftime, Monrovia had a 43-8 lead. And now Franklin is on their way back. They are trying to win it. What a game we are seeing. Looks like that Golden East, Nathan Rockhill, and Jonathan Stevenson are coming into the game for the Grizzly Cubs, but Caden Romine is your New Balance player of the game, no question. What a game by Romine. A lot of threes and a lot of twos by that number 4. Jackson back to East. East on a roll. Golden East for 3. He drains it. 10-point game. Here is Bryce Weaver with the East there covering Weaver. Knocks the ball loose. East for 2. And here comes the Grizzly Cubs. Weaver there. Stevenson. Stevenson knocks the ball loose. Picked up by Weaver. Seth Sierra for 2. Franklin desperately needs a 3 and a lot more stops. Pass to Rockhill. Nathan Rockhill for 3. 7-point game. Here is Herbeck. Stead covering Herbeck. Herbeck getting cover. Here's Weaver. Herbeck. There. Oh, he drinks it for 2. He's back to Rockhill. Nathan Rockhill. Rockhill just airballed it. And that is huge for Monrovia. East there covering them. Sierra, the 2 no good. Weaver there. He's looking. Bryce Weaver. And now one more bucket. And then Monrovia will force game 6. Stead for 3. I think Monrovia has had heart attacks all over. Stead for 3 again. Newman to Herbeck. Stead again gets the ball. Stead for 3. It's a 2-point game. I don't think it's going to be enough though. Stead. Oh man. Sierra for the win. It's good. Monrovia wins by 5. Monrovia holds back a hard-charging Franklin. It's a high-scoring game in a game that no one thought Franklin would be able to come back. Franklin almost came back and won and produced the biggest upset in history. I mean, the biggest comeback in history. They were down 43-8 at half, but Monrovia still picks up the W. What a game from Martinsville. Franklin had their chance, but it was over from the beginning. Monrovia cruises to a win, but things got ugly at the end. That will do it. Thanks for watching, everyone.